Closer look at why addressing domestic violence victims can be so very difficult for law enforcement, for courts, and for victims trying to navigate the system. 5 News reporter Bo Russell joins us now, sharing one woman's struggles. Bo?
Hey Darren, well, the woman I spoke to says she's dealt with a long pattern of problems with an ex, and she learned the hard way that getting help can involve multiple steps, multiple agencies, and a lot of documentation.
Hadia Anastasio says she's been trying for years to get help after leaving an abusive relationship.
He has stalked me across multiple states. I had hospital reports with counts of the abuse, concussions.
She says that asking for help has been frustrating, and she's concerned by a lack of urgency.
They said that since he hasn't been violent recently, they cannot issue a new restraining order.
I reached out to Fayetteville Police to see if they could explain why getting a protective order might be so difficult. Police say they enforce protective orders.
We work on the front end when it comes to the finding of the evidence.
But that they can't issue them.
We do not. Right. No, we do not have authority. That happens through a whole other process.
That authority comes from courts, but as an attorney at the Peace at Home shelter shares, even the courts encounter roadblocks.
The barrier is that someone has experienced a vast amount of abuse, and it's mental abuse and verbal abuse, but it hasn't quite reached the hurdle of being that physical abuse or threat of physical abuse, but it's escalating.
Akayla shares that courts have their limits on what they can enforce because, as she describes, those who are accused of domestic violence have rights as well.
And so in that court hearing, this abuser can then ask their victims questions in an attempt to not have an order of protection put in place.
This is one of the many reasons Akayla says it's difficult for victims to get the help they need.
They dealt with that person for so long, the abuse that they've put them through for so long, and they've gotten the courage and the strength to go to the court and say what happened, and then they have their abuser coming back and using the same tactics sometimes that they were using during the relationship.
At the end of the day, law enforcement says even obtaining a protective order only goes so far, but that it's important victims reach out and seek help.
We would advocate that you notify us first and foremost. So many domestic violence cases and incidents go unreported.
Now, Peace at Home says its hotline is available 24/7 at 479-442-9811. Fayetteville Police say documenting what's happening through text, voicemails, and video can help investigators. Covering news where you live, I'm Bo Russell, 5 News.